Welcome to Central Gov Strategy TV. Today I have with me Dave Smith, who is from the Health and Safety Executive. Welcome, Dave.
Good morning.
What is it you do within the Health and Safety Executive?
I head up an operational information and intelligence team in HSE. We provide information and intelligence to senior managers and field staff within the organisation.
Why did you engage ClickView as a key technology partner, and what features and benefits could they offer that you couldn't see from other providers?
Well, I have to give that credit to a colleague who's actually no longer with HSE. A number of us had been sort of scratching our heads for a while and pondering the questions about how do we use our operational systems and our corporate systems better. And my colleague worked in a particular part of HSE that looked at new software, new technology, and how we could use things more effectively. And he got us all together, and we had a really big sort of 1 hour whinging session where we basically wrote a big list of all the things that were holding us back from using our information systems more effectively. And he laid on a demonstration by a vendor of ClickView sell through other vendors. And we found ourselves in this demonstration mentally ticking off things that we just put on our wish list. So it very quickly led us into wanting us to pilot quickly the use of the software. What we found was that very quickly using the software, we got beyond the sort of the position where we were saying, I wish we could see our information, let's at least get to it, to, right, now we can see it, now it's showing these trends, what do we want to ask of the information further? So we started to really quickly get into the information in very different ways. I think that's the benefit it offers up. Previously we were very much at the mercy of the inbuilt reports in the systems that we had, or asking specialist teams to actually use other tools to query the data, produce big spreadsheets for us then to pore over and try and work out what was going on. And ClickView very much gives us a quick route into that so that we can then start asking questions of the information and looking at trends and looking behind. And it the software vendor themselves use quite an interesting term in as much they say rather than it being a business intelligence tool, they call it a business discovery tool now, because it enables you to follow your train of thought through the information that you're looking at. And you can very quickly go down a path, come back up out of it and go down a different branch. So follow your train of thought, which is a very different way of working from what we've had before with our information systems.
And what advice would you offer then to other government departments who have the sort of problem that you've faced, who are seeking solutions to those, and to vendors who have potential solutions and want to engage with government departments?
I think the big learning point really is there has to be a very good connect between what information management wants and how it articulates that need. And how that works through the whole organisation, because no matter what tool you have, if you don't know the questions you want to ask, it won't answer them. And we always start from the point of very much senior managers saying things like, I want to know how we're performing. In information terms, that's fairly meaningless because you have to say, well, performing in what area? What area do you use to gauge how well you're performing? How do you want to judge good performance over poor performance? So there's any tool set is only as good as the set of questions and the structure that you have around your information systems and how you want to query it, what questions you want to ask. So my advice is often not to think that you're looking for a tool that's going to cure everything, because quite often the tool just actually exposes you to a need to define your questions better, to be much clearer in the way you want to look at your organisation. And then you work more in partnership with the tool set to explore the information that you have in the organisation. And I think that's the big challenge. And the other point is the business itself will know generally what the questions it wants to ask, but in detail, and sometimes it can be years before you actually get to the kind of endpoint to say, well, this is the question I really wanted to ask. So you have to have a tool set which is flexible enough for you to be able to explore it through the business and through people understanding the information and taking you on that information journey. That makes it very difficult to specify. And the conventional way of reporting is often to say, I want a report that shows me this. You have a set table type format, and not the kind of free-form way that people actually perhaps want to explore the information. So you have to get into a different sort of development approach to using these kinds of tools. Otherwise, you find you've still delivered something at the end of the day, but it's still something that's quite constrained and closed off, and people will still probably be disengaged. At best, mildly interested in what's happening, but you won't have actually got to the heart of what the information need is.
Dave Smith, thank you very much for your time.
Welcome.